may or may not know, Landen almost didn't play football in high school. Had a pretty bad, what you call it, just a boating accident, adventure sports accident. Tore a leg up pretty good. I'm gonna tell you, he fought through a lot of pain with that leg to do what he did for the Blue Jays over the course of his career. And I think that's why I hollered to Coach Young. Coach Young, I think, is the one that went and drug him out and got him up there on the field, and sure glad that he did. You know, I'm going to talk about Landen's football accomplishments here in a minute, but I'm going to tell you what, Landen, the person, and I told Kelly and Jason already, his folks, you know, he raised a good kid here. Obviously, GPA, grade point average, all those type of things, but, you know, he's contributed so much time to the most vulnerable portion of our school community in our spec ed, and the impact and relationships he's made on those kids and the teachers in those programs. Every time I see one of them, they mention Landen and how important that is for him to share a little bit of that time with those kids. So, you know, we talk about wins and losses in football, and I love that, but I also love to see these boys become young men, and this is a fine example of it, all right? Now, Landen Hirzel played Sam linebacker for us as a senior, okay? But prior to that, he was our defensive end position, and Coach Plagans was his position coach. I got to finish up with him as a senior. He was also our deep snapper, and I've said this 2 or 3 times when I was talking to the Lions and the Rotary. I was like, anybody know who our deep snapper is from Guthrie? I'd be like, no. I said, well, that's a good thing, because if you know who the deep snapper is, typically they fired one over the punter's head, or et cetera, and it's a bad situation. So he was flawless for us as our deep snapper. He was on all of our special teams. And then again, as our Sam linebacker this year, he was our defensive team leader, our team captain. He took calls for us defensively. He played on all the special teams for Coach Young. Now, Landen was the team captain this year, along with 5 of his peers, which is a big honor. He was certified MTXE. That means from the first day he had an opportunity to be with the program to the last day he had an opportunity to be with the program. He satisfied every requirement of team membership. Certified MTXE, qualified for the state powerlifting meet as a junior while playing JV golf. Pretty good accomplishment. He was player of the game at Landen Ike and Tuttle this year. He was pound for pound 7th overall on the team as far as a rating of strength to size. He's 1,160 pound in the 1,000-pound club, which is a combination of your squat, your bench, and your deadlift added together. 1,160, 245-pound power clean, 143 solo tackles. And the one I'll always remember is the overtime tackle versus Bishop his junior year from the backside to put Taffy on the ground and win the game for the Blue Jays and get that home playoff game for us. I'll always remember that one. 149 assists, 11 sacks, 29 tackles for loss, 1 fumble recovery, 3 fumble calls, 2 batted balls, 46 quarterback hurries. Co-defensive player of the year in District 5A2. Okay, co-district. I mean, everybody in our district: McGinnis, Carl Albert, Landen Ike, Shawnee, Piedmont, et cetera, the coaches from our district named him as the co-defensive player of the year. And a lot of times that's a body of work award for what he did as a sophomore and a junior, and again as a senior. That's a huge honor within our district. 5A West All-Star by class linebacker, and Oklahoma Coaches Association All-State first ballot selection as a linebacker, and he will participate in the ball game in late July in conjunction with the Oklahoma Coaches Association Clinic. The game actually happens in OBU, where he's going to play for Coach Milo and those guys down there. So before we bring Jason Kelly up, let's just give him a quick round of applause. All right, you ready to start?